Thank you. Chairman Scott, Ranking Member Gillibrand, Senator Johnson, I'm pleased to discuss today GAO's April 2025 report about scams targeting consumers, including older adults, and the federal response. Scams, a method of committing fraud, employ deception or manipulation enabled by technology such as AI to achieve financial gain. They involve scammers often operating from foreign countries, as we've heard today, engaging with targeted victims with a type of scam and requesting payment under false purpose. One example highlights the scope and reach of scams and their financial toll on consumers. A 2023 international police operation against online financial crime, including scams, yielded over 3,000 arrests and seizures of $300 million in assets across 34 countries, including the United States. However, the full extent of losses and the risks that underpin them is elusive, since these estimates often are based on underreported consumer complaints rather than systematic assessments of scam risks and their financial and other implications. In our report, we noted that given the scope, scale, and nature of scams and the risks they pose, the federal response falls short on risk management fundamentals. Especially, it lacks a government-wide strategy and a lead agency to organize, coordinate, and target multiple activities by individual agencies. Importantly, this is very important, there is no common definition of what constitutes a scam and no systematic assessment of scams and the risks they pose to consumers. Accordingly, there is no assurance that the federal response, as it is now, is addressing the right risks in the right priority and in the right manner. A government-wide strategy would introduce risk management fundamentals to help ensure that the federal response to a significant, dynamic, and sophisticated risk is integrated, prioritized, targeted, and adaptable. We made 16 recommendations to FBI, FTC, and CFPB, the federal agencies best positioned to lead the federal response. To date, these agencies' rejoinders are mixed. They've agreed with some recommendations and disagreed with or took no explicit positions on others. For example, FBI agreed to assume the lead for the government-wide strategy and outlined related initial steps. However, its disagreement with other recommendations, essential for an effective strategy, such as adopting a common definition, is concerning. While we acknowledge agencies' positions on these challenging undertakings, it's imperative for them to implement all recommendations. Otherwise, the government-wide strategy will ultimately be ineffective. In closing, scams, including those of foreign origin, pose immediate risks of harm to consumers. Accordingly, these risks require a decisive, expeditious federal response. The response is underpinned by adopting a common definition of scams. This serves as the organizing principle for assessing and quantifying the risks posed by scams and crafting and implementing a government-wide strategy to counter them, including those of foreign origin. In this regard, legislative actions such as S-3355 would charge the federal response and, importantly, establish oversight and ensure accountability. Chairman Scott, this concludes my remarks. I welcome the committee's questions. Thank you.